tortured for, I think it was, 6 hours while they were playing live music and things. Nice people. Anyway, now I think, now you're going too far. So then I speak to Glen, which is part of my morning ritual. And I say, what's happening? And Glen said, fucking hell, that Wyoming, she's gone right off. So I said, listen, I just listened to the beginning. I don't want to listen to any more. Crank up a live, let's answer her on spec. Yes, Glen says. So as me and Glen are streaming and we're playing this thing, Glen says, this is one of 3 videos she's made. I said, what? This is the first I know. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, she's made 3 videos and 3 community posts. I said, you're fucking joking. No, Glen says. So I said, oh, radio. So Glen, let's get somebody in chat. Said, Glen, can you play the other one? So Glen says, yeah, this is the first I know of this crazy corpse fondling weirdo. This is the first I know. So I think, fucking hell. So me and Glen, we kind of played a bit of table tennis with us, whereas our normal game would be a game of squash, if you like. We'd be fucking beating the ball against the wall like it was nobody's business. We just played a game of ping pong. We pointed out that she was an idiot. I pointed out the fact that, hey, when you fell out with Lycan and you histrionically accused him of threatening and harassing your mother because he shared your Facebook profile picture, which happened to have your mother in it, I defended you. And after, even when it came out that you'd blown it out of all proportion and Lycan wasn't threatening your mother, and he was totally ignorant as to it being your mother, until you come up and said, that's my mother, I realised that you're one of those, well, at that point, I realised that you were what I call histrionic and that you were a fibber. At that point, I didn't have you marked up as a lying bullshitter. I only had you marked up as a fibber. I thought, well, that was a bit fucking thing. So I thought maybe it was a one-off. So anyway, I fucking got listening to all this. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then I say to, before I go on YouTube then in the afternoon, I said to Glen, I said, that fucking Wyoming has removed the post. So Glen said, yeah. And I said, maybe we should remove ours, eh? So Glen said, well, funny enough, Lycan has been in touch. And Lycan said, look, and then explains that. So I said, all right. So I said, well, fuck it. Yeah, that's it. Job done. Because I don't want nothing to do with this crazy bitch. So Glen said, yeah, me too. So we're happy. So then I come to know how she's making out the situation has happened. So the first thing I need to share, hang on, I should have done this before. I did tell you it was a slapdash thing. So the first thing I get told at Steve is that Wyoming is painting it after we've removed all the stuff, because Jamie has said, and I naturally removed it because she'd removed hers. That's how I operate. But then I know that Jamie can decline. So yeah, it all falls in great. The voice of reason in this point. So we're like, what the fuck? So right. So the first fucking thing that set me off today was this, or one of the things. So this Wyoming's community tab sharing a video to Lycan Legion, okay? So she says, Joe, I tried to get into your live stream. Yeah, you never asked me to make videos or post. I did that on my own. I just don't want anyone to blame you for something I did on my own. I take full responsibility for my actions. I don't want anyone to come after you for what I did on my own. I still like you. That's not going to change. I hope you know that. I only took down my content about those people because they were getting crazy. Yeah, you heard this fucking cunt who laid out all her artillery of hunting knives and guns, invited us to stalk her, which will come in a minute, and acting all crazy, who's never had a beef with me, and on the contrary, I've been kind to. The last time I fucking had interacting with her, I was defending her with Jamie. So this crazy cunt is saying about people getting crazy. So I think, no, okay. Please don't think I don't like you. You can always email me. I just want you to know it's not changing how I feel about you. I hope they stop. You're more than welcome to comment on my videos. So she's now removed the post to Nikki. So I haven't seen this. I'm seeing this now for the first time right now. So I'm going to stop sharing that. And now I got to go to a StreamYard that I done earlier and listed. And then I'm back to where I need to be. Hang fire, kiddos. 2 minutes. Now, as I said, I only know what has happened when I wake up in the morning. Glen tells me in a live... Hang on, I'm reading chat. Right, I hope my chat is all calm and all good and no problems out there, because this is going to put me off. I did say I'm going to read the fucking chat, so maybe I'll ignore it for a minute. So anyway, let me just find my stream from this morning. Oh, I don't have to do it from the stream. I've got it unlisted. So hang on a minute. It's been sent to me already. Somebody kindly cut them up for me. So it's not that fucking tab. Where the hell is it? Fuck it, I'll open it up again. Everything's really slow on my computer. A minute. All right, okay, hang on. Should have them lined up, yeah. Yeah, we have. Right. Okay. I don't know which was her first video, but we got the comments. This has been done really nicely for me. Thank you to the person. I had live streamed this unlisted this morning, but you've done a lot better job for me than I done. So I'm going to play yours. Hang on. I just want to line it up there. So this is basically the first I know of this corpse fondler. I was totally shocked. I had only been kind to her. I've never known anything like it, where people, because I couldn't see, even if, say somebody being kind to me 6 months ago, and then I heard someone talking shit about them, that I could not just join in an attack on that person if my personal experience with them had been a pleasant one, because I'd feel a cunt. But then, it's, not everybody wants to pose with dead animals, and, corpse fondlers are definitely different to the average fucking person out here. So this is the first one we're going on. I can't do this with Glen because Glen has come to some kind of agreement that I think that yes, the agreement was great. But what I don't like is the way it is being portrayed. So Wyoming is portraying it to everybody now that she was the victim, that the reason she's deleted her videos is because her family was being attacked, is because she was only speaking with Katy and she was attacked for nothing, for absolutely nothing. So this is what Wyoming was saying. This, I don't know nothing about it until I wake up. Glen then tells me in this stream, during us playing this stream, that there are two others. So here we go. Let's listen to what the crazy bitch is saying. To set the pattern, she's gone on to Glen's comments and she said, stalk me, stalk my family, stalk me, or words to that effect. Glen has told her, fuck off, I'm not interested in you. She said, do a premiere on me. He said, no, thank you, I'd rather do one on Frank Jardim. So she was rebuffed. So then she makes this crazy ass shit.
Can I provide you with some pictures? What do you need pictures of? Because it's kind of hard to do
Now,
premiere about somebody you really don't know. So you came after me for knives. You come after me about my birds. Would you like pictures of birds? And my knives? Anything else you'd like pictures of?
Now, she has come to Glen's chats and she has offered this already in text. And Glen has told her, fuck off, I'm not interested in you, crazy lady. Go away from me. I'm more interested on making a premiere on Frank Jardim, thank you. Now, so she's been told to fuck off. She's literally gone to him and says, do you want pictures of my family to stalk? And he said, go away, I'm not interested in you. So now she's making this shit. Crazy cunt.
Please let me know. I mean, I want to give your narcissist, insecure ass a little help here. So I'm willing to provide you with some pictures. Yeah, you can go over my DUI 2008. So what, you can women and disabled people, but you can't go up against a real man? That tells me you really have a lot of insecurities.
Now, it's very important to keep in mind, nobody has spoken to this crazy bitch. Her only interaction with me previous to this was me defending her in my chat. This is a total curveball. So this is how nuts she is. Now, Glen, meanwhile, has declined. When she said, do you want to stalk me? Do you want pictures of my kids? Or whatever she said, I can't remember. He's told her, no, fuck off, crazy lady. Okay? Now, when she's making the original video, these comments are not what you would be seeing. What you would be seeing is 3 knives laid out, couple of guns, some bullets, and some other weird paraphernalia. But she was definitely making ill-hidden threats because as she's saying all of this, she is filming her knives and her fucking guns and her bullets. You wouldn't have been seeing these comments, okay?
I looked at your channel, and your channel is about harassing women. That's pretty low. You really are insecure. Most men out on YouTube are making content about hobbies they like, but not you. You're out here harassing people. You, Tiffany, excellence.
And you are out here so desperate to be relevant. You have inserted yourself into a fight to argue with a woman well, maybe not millions, but thousands of miles away from you, who has only ever been kind to you. And a man who has already told you he doesn't want any interaction with you and he doesn't want to speak to you.
Yeah. And a bunch of more of you. It's not like I don't know about you guys. I've known about you guys a long time. You're just pissed because I called out your little video there harassing Katie. And, oh, you're going to harass Penny too. Wow. I bet other, if they knew what you did, they would laugh at you. If you ever went to jail with legislation, you'd get the crap beat out of you.
Now, here in the comments, you see a person from her real life who says to her, which tells me she is known in her community and to the people in her real life as a shit stirrer who goes causing problems with people. It is very evident as you read this person's comments that they've seen this with her before, that this is a pattern. They say, heck no, you're not going to give someone, nobody, your pictures. I'm calling you right now. How many times have I and your family told you to please don't engage? So clearly even the people in her real life know that she's stirring it up. Oh, she called me excellent. Hey, don't you leave out the pissing. How dare you? How very dare you? But then I am excellent. I can see why you come out like that.
I gotta tell you, you picked a real to try to intimidate. You really did. Now, one thing about me is I'm far from insecure. I will not let anybody bother me. I know myself. I made mistakes. But I don't let this YouTube crap bother me.
So there's her 3 videos that she's made. These have happened when I've been in bed. This one here is the one that I'm doing now. These 2 are the ones that I don't even know about when I'm listening to this one with Glen at first. Look, 10 hours, 7 hours. The fucking woman can't shut her fucking mouth. Seriously. Nobody was doing anything to her, but her family and her real life friends clearly know she's not right in the fucking head.
Use my knife to cut up some. Oh. Wow, I'm so intimidated.
In her video, this
and my birds,
we're showing you what she's been, all the posts she made, all the videos she made, and how many times she poked before she got a response. In the video down, you can see it in the right-hand corner. You can see what she was showing when she's saying this shit. She's got 3 big ass knives on there, a fucking load of artillery, all different bullets, and 3 or 4 guns, and she's trying to basically be menacing. Okay? We're just showing you how many times she poked at the pot.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. Yeah, you guys are a waste of time.
Right, now at this point, this is all after this kicked off. Don't bother tagging me anymore. I don't give a fuck about your psycho crap. I'm ignoring your dumb ass. Well, Peter, you didn't ignore us, but even on your way out, instead of saying, hey guys, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, and I left her a line under it, you're still trying to make out that you were the victim. You're trying to portray it that you to Nikki, that you had to remove your stuff because your family were being threatened. No, you were making a fool of yourself. Your own family member came into your comments and told you to cut it out and said, we've told you this before. So you've got a reputation for this, even within your family, even within your real life circle. Okay?
Waste of space, waste of... But please, let me know. Well, would you like some videos of me doing fly fishing, backpacking, climbing some mountains, snowmobiling, ice fishing, shooting skeet, some rocks, eating rations? What would you like, Glenn, for your premiere? Other than that, as far as the DUI, I have a clean record, buddy.
Look at you encouraging Katy Childers. Look at you encouraging Wyoming to think that Glen really thinks that you're Frank Jardam's sister. He's being sarcastic. Let me spell it out to you. Why he said Frank Jardam was your brother. Because both of you are psychotic. Because both of you, when you make videos arguing with people, lay out your artillery, your hunting weapons, your knives, your bullets, your guns, and you try to allude that you're some badass motherfucker because you got that artillery. That is why he says you're the brother. Katy knows exactly why he's alluding to that. Only an idiot would think that Glen actually believes that you're Frank's brother. He's being sarcastic. He's insulting you. That the only other psychotic bastard like you here is Frank. So maybe your brother and sister, because you're acting both the same.
My outdoor life and my other life, because I have a life and I do a lot, is much more exciting.
So Katy says here, Glenda went after my friend Bacon's entire family. Bacon has asked you, Katy, several times to stop lying and to stop saying that. Bacon has actually come to you and asked you to stop bringing up his name and stop making that accusation, because it was in fact your penny. But we can come to that later on. You have been asked by this man to stop mentioning him, because if we are accused of something, we will do it. Or we're going to start rehashing it all up to show, look, she's lying, which is going to drag them back into it. But you've got no respect for that. The man has told you, stop bringing me up. Stop saying these things. And here you are again, Katy. Here you are again. Now, if all that happened, why did you bring Wyoming into it? Why, Katy, when you decided to go and stalk Tiffany over to that community, because that's how you know that community, why didn't you go to Jamie Legion, because you have private communication with him? Why didn't you go to him and say, Jamie, look, I bring a lot of heat with me. So this is going to be the channel I'm going to come in with. Can you mod me? Tell your trustees that it's me. But as Katy, I'm not going to come in. It's too hot. Or why, when you were going over there, were you consistently and continually labeling Glen a dangerous man who stalks pregnant women and attacks children? Why did you go on Nikki's panel talking shit about me? After I then pulled Nikki, which you were very aware of, why did you then continue in her chat with that conduct, Katy? Because you know, when I don't want to bring someone into it, you can tell by my motherfucking actions, okay, Katy?
Fighting. You're just pissed because I called you out for going after Katy in Nikki's chat. And you got by with it once. You did, once. But this is what your group does. You guys don't like somebody, and they start hanging out in somebody's live stream.
There's her artillery. This is what she was showing. A cup of hot chocolate. You might want to stir that up. It looks a bit lumpy. There's her box of bullets over here, and another load of bullets here. Here's her guns. Here's her knives. And this woman's a fucking fruitcake. The only difference between her and Frank Jardam is Frank Jardam would actually cock his pistols. I'm not saying that. I mean, he would, you know, make that noise where they pull the thing back and pull the trigger when there's nothing in the barrel. He would cock his gun. That's the only difference between these pair of weirdos. He used to lay out all his knives, and we weren't impressed when he was doing it.
You make sure you go in there and slyly digs on him. Oh, I've seen this done so many times. I've been around YouTube quite a few years. Quite a few years. I've seen all this crap. Oh, I a ruptured brain aneurysm, but you know what? That didn't really affect anything in my brain. Yeah.
What, you mean you were always this fucking cracker? And that's why you're in Wyoming and you fit there. The only other thing I know about Wyoming, I told you.
I'm still sharp. I still can teach hunter safety classes. So, please let me know. What pictures would you like? A little about section where you think nobody can come after you. Good luck with that. You're going to get it eventually, because it's the only channel you can broadcast on. I wonder why. I wonder why. And where did I say that I didn't like Nikki? So you're making up lies. This is what you do. You run around me.
Glenn never said that you didn't like Nikki. Glenn said you must have disliked Nikki because you unsubbed in protest because she asked Katy to respect her channel. Because she asked Katy to follow the rules that she wanted in place in her chat, you unsubbed Nikki. You felt the need to publicly state it on Katy's channel, and Katy said, oh, and me too, I've unsubbed her. So Glenn said you must not like her because you wouldn't do that to somebody you like, surely. You know, where the fuck is this upset by proxy coming from? Fucking hell, man. This is nothing to do with you. You would self-admit you don't know what's going on, so shut the fuck up.
You other people causing chaos. The issue with Nikki is something she said, and she apologized for it. So you know what? Other than that, you know what, dude? I don't have enemies on here. I'm not a bully and a harasser and a doxer. That's all you guys, not me.
But a family member has just popped up into your comments. We've just seen it there live. And I screenshot them yesterday saying to you, me and your family have asked you to stop doing this. So this tells me that this is not an isolated incident with you, that there's history of you picking fights with random people online and then getting all silly and showing you look nuts, love. Seriously. You should not have access to those things. I'm just glad the fuck you're off out there at the way. That you're not nowhere near. I think you're a potential school shooter. I think you're a nut.
You thrive for this. You get off on this shit. Because you don't have anything in your life. That's what it amounts to. You have no life. So you're on here constantly. Harassing people, causing chaos. I just hope these channels that you keep going on and do this smarten up. Because I shared it out to somebody, a couple people, just so they know.
There's your family member right there. Heck no, you're not giving someone nobody your pictures. I'm calling you right now. How many times have I and your family told you to please don't engage?
What you're doing? You're not sly.
Take this down now, he says.
You think you're buttering somebody up so you can be on that channel. Oh, it'll catch up with you. They'll eventually see through.
Well, look what she's saying. Oh, it'll catch up with you. Zoom in on my artillery, you fucking stupid woman. You're mentally unstable. Definitely mentally unstable.
They will. Your time's coming. How many channels have you guys been through? I'm sure you burned a lot of channels.
More than you could even.
I'm sure you have. I hope you're not married or have kids.
Now she's getting personal. I hope you're not married. I hope you got no kids. Well, I hope you got no kids, you corpse fondling weirdo. Look at you. Why couldn't you have just looked out the window with your camera? What's the point of showing that shit, you freak? Why is your family member popping up and saying, I've told you before, stop this now? And they were literally begging you. Answer your phone, Sheila. Answer it now. Nobody was taking any notice of you. We had you marked up as a fucking crackpot.
Be a bad spouse, bad parent. Sorry, I'm just going to say that. Anybody that's got to harass on here has got major mental issues. So go ahead, do your premiere. You share my stuff all you want.
Now, this is after Glen has shown me the screenshots that she went on to Glen in a comment and said, do you want my photos? What photos of my family do you want? And he said, I don't want nothing to do with you, crazy lady. Go away. I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in Frank Jasm. So why is she making this as if Glen is stalking her? Glen has already told her, fuck off, you freak. I'm a married man. Go away. I don't want anything off you. And I've been ignoring her. I'm only on Glen's stream responding because the fucking idiot is calling me out.
I'll Google block you anyway. First, I'll laugh about it because you're going to make yourself look like a fool.
Not as much as you look right now.
And good luck with that, Glen. Good luck, Tiffany.
Is that a cup of piss
Tracy.
behind the drinking chocolate? Just behind the drinking chocolate here, is that a cup of piss or is that alcohol? Is this crazy lunatic? I don't know what the fuck time it was in Wyoming. It was 9 a.m. in Wales. There's like a glass of piss. And if it's not piss, it's liquor. And look at her. She's laid out all this shit and she's pissed up. Or it's a cup of piss. It looks like piss to me.
Tracy, pissing excellence. What a freaking name. Oh, and some of the other ones too. I know who you are. Under your sock accounts. I always have a name who's who. And I'm usually always right. All right, Glenny, Glinda, looking forward to your little premiere on me. Probably won't watch it. Who knows? I don't waste my time with low-hanging scum. Oh, Glen.
Now, hang on. So that's the gist of her video. It's totally whack. She's made this after Glen has told her, go away. I'm not answering you. I want nothing to do with you. Stop talking about me. Leave me alone. No, I don't want your photos. I don't want anything. The fact that this person's family member is saying, we've told them before. The fact that the family member has told you before, we're going back to that video now. Hang on. Because now it gets, this is a different clip. Right, okay. Share screen, hang on, here we go. This gets good now. I haven't seen this clip. I'm watching this as blind as you. Okay, that's good. I just want to make that screen a bit bigger. Right, there we go. Perfect. Right, we're back in.
On me? Well, I probably won't watch it. Who knows? I don't waste my time with low-hanging scum.
Now, for somebody who doesn't waste their time for low-hanging scum, she's made 3 videos. She's made 3 community posts, and she's been shit posting wherever she can shit post.
Oh, Glen, your number channel. What are you doing? Running into Nikki's and saying the knife lady is putting my video.
Like, take this, for instance, here, that first comment off Katie. She says, Glen is going after me because of Tiffany, okay? What, you don't think it has any bearing? Your good friend, who you often wish love to, who you tell everybody is your great pal, you're the first person always on the videos in the comments. You promote that channel. You don't think it might have anything to do with the fact that he has a channel using his wife, who's not a troll and is not active here. You don't think that might get him going. You think that's not a problem with him. That doesn't matter. But you say one thing to Tiffany Moser in California and he's going to go right off whilst ignoring that. Is that what you mean, Tiffany? Katie? Seriously, is that what you mean? You think that Glen's not put out what you're doing directly to his wife, but he is put out about what you're doing to Tiffany Moser in California. Right, okay. See, now, if you kept it real and you just said something like this would be a better way to put it, Katie. All these people have a different issue with me, but they've all now coagulated like shit, and they're all attacking me en masse because they know they're not big enough to take me on their own. That would sound better than trying to convince people that Glen would have no issue with his wife being insulted and abused, but would have an issue with Tiffany Moser, who's big enough and ugly enough to look after herself. Rightio then. What else has been going on? Now, Trollop had a video. No, Trollop's your pal, right, Katie? Your best pal. You love him. You're always telling it in the comments, yeah? You tell everyone. I'm apparently jealous of this relationship, okay? According to you. So, Trollop has a dead man in a video that he says is Glen's brother, who died under very tragic circumstances and far too young, okay? Glen says it's not his brother. So, but let's pretend that it is his brother, because Trollop tells you it is his brother. Who's in that channel saying, yes, Glen did awful things and Glen is responsible for his brother taking his own life, that Glen had abused him as a child? Who's all in those comments, Katie? Would that be you, Katie? Would that be you cheerleading with Trollop, Katie? That would be you, wouldn't it, Katie? So Glen doesn't mind that. Glen don't mind none of that, but he's upset that you're harassing Tiffany Moser. And me, a woman in Wales, so I'm not being funny, Tiffany got a better house than me, and she got a better car than me. Mine's a cronk. I'm ashamed of it. I wouldn't even show you. You'd laugh at me. Mainly because I don't use a car enough to want to spend any good money on it. I'd rather go on holiday and jump on a plane and shit like that. Yes, Tiffany's got a pool, and I've only got a inflatable pool that I got to manually fill up with both cold and warm water, because we're in Britain and you can't just fill your pool up with cold water, you freeze your bollocks off. So yes, Tiffany outlives me in her home, but I'm sorry, on jet setting, I outlive Tiffany. So I'm going to concern myself that a woman who has a far better lifestyle than me, a far better home than me, a far better car than me, far better social services than me, I'm going to upset myself to come and harass you for 15 years when I've only known Tiffany for 7 fucking years. And I've fought with her more than I've spoken to her, let's put it that way. So I'm going to be all upset about that. Yeah, righto. Course. Of course. It all makes sense, Katie. I got it now. Thank you for explaining it to me. Fucking hell. Dealing with
Video. Yeah, I did. I shared it out. Because you, buddy, work with Pissing Excellence and Tiffany, Axley, and you're all going after Katie.
Now, up until last night at approximately 10 p.m, after all this went off, did Yaxley make an appearance on YouTube? Yaxley has not been active since August. Yaxley now has a channel. Yaxley is back, and we're talking because of all this. See, now, a few times I've said, Katie, you keep mentioning Yaxley, but Yaxley's not here. But you expect us to leave Frank Jardim alone because he's not here. Now Yaxley is here. He came back last night. And the reason he came back last night was to tell us his thoughts on all of this, okay? And to be brought back into speed. So you get what you wish for.
Hard.
And Amber, it probably ain't in your best. Yes, Yaxley is back. when you're going to be Amber, you might want to wish that they'd never dragged 𝐲𝐸𝐴 back. I've got a feeling, Amber, that this is not going to work out well for you. I've got a feeling that you and your fucking idiot friends have now poked at the monkey, and sadly for you, the monkey's gotten hold of the stick, and we've let the monkey out the cage, and the monkey's running around with a big ass stick, and the monkey is not amused. So Amber, you may want to rethink all what you've been saying and all of your interactions, and then you can thank Katy and Wyoming, okay?
And then you go into Nikki's chat and act all innocent. You're not innocent. You think I'm dumb. You're wrong. Oh yeah, I used to watch Tracy's channel. And 𝐲𝐸𝐴. I know exactly what you guys are doing. You're not fooling me.
Remember, you know, when you're all red-faced and you're thinking, holy fucking shit, remember that I went to 𝐲𝐸𝐴 yesterday and said, listen, 𝐲𝐸𝐴, you need to pop up and appear. And 𝐲𝐸𝐴's now in full thing. And he knows that you've been digging at him, man, but he'd been away since August, or you'd have been answered long ago. You're going to get your fucking answer. You're going to be very embarrassed, Amber. And you can thank Wyoming.
All because of the flashlight, right? Don't play games. Some man you are. Tell her the truth. Tell her what you're doing. You're playing games. You're purposely going into Nikki's to be nice so you can go and get after Katy.
How could that work out? Because if Glen is in there in his main account, which he is, and Katy has him blocked, how does that work out? Show any comment, because I've asked Glen specifically, have you been poking at Katy in there? Are you playing up and, you know, fucking putting them on? And he said, listen, I'm polite as fuck. I have a crack with that Nikki one. You know, we got a little ingoing joke about fucking a Maximus or some shit. I can't remember what it was. Not Maximus. It was some name beginning with M. I can't remember. But he said, no, absolutely not. So I said, why would she think this? You know, she must be blatantly lying. And he said, yes, because this is not happening. So show us.
Yeah, I watched last night when she was in there until you guys came in there and she left. There's a reason why she left. Because she didn't want to call your asses out. And that 𝐲𝐸𝐴 person, yeah. She's also hanging out with you guys. And going in and Nikki's acting all nice.
You used to hang out with me. Anybody can come and hang in my chat. I don't give a flying fuck as long as they behave. What is all this proving, you weirdo?
Nice and sweet. You guys are dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Just trying to cause trouble for Katy. That's all you're doing. I see right through you.
Great. Shut up.
Yeah. Like it, too bad. Stop doing it. Leave Katy alone. There's no sense in bothering her. Why do you have to go to other chats? This is what you guys do. You go into channels and act all friendly with people. Just so you can attack somebody like Katy.
How would that assist him in attacking Katy if he doesn't say anything to her when he's in there? Glen's very vocal on his community tab, and he'll crank up a live stream if he got something to say, or he'll jump a link. Why would he have to go in chat to try and play with Katie? We can't even see when he's in his channel because she has him blocked. They can't even see each other. You're nuts. You're a nutcase.
Katie or somebody else. That's all you're doing. Yep.
Yeah.
I totally see through your bullshit.
Is that what for? Did the torch assist you in seeing through our bullshit? Is the torch's part in this? Is it a special bullshit seeking torch? Is that why it's in there and you keep mauling it with your big mitts? Right, so that was that. Now she's now removed it. I've got to go and see if I've got the fucking thing. If I say, where's that coming from? Oh, it hadn't quite finished. So hang on, let me go here, because somebody cut this up for me so that I didn't have to sit through all her drivel. I thought it had ended, but it hasn't. After that ad, it pops back up again. So hang on. So there's the three things she said.
I just watched a crazy premiere. It just happened to come upon this. Yeah, good old tip.
Let me explain to you once again. I don't give a fuck what none of you do with Tiffany. Tiffany seems to do a great job of winding you all up and getting you all, because you seriously end up clutching your pills and all kinds, and you're fucking almost suicidal, a lot of you, and it's ridiculous. You seem to feel each other's pain. If one of you gets insulted, you all start squawking and, oh my God, sweetie, this is awful. This is terrible. I couldn't sleep last night, blah, fucking blah. She's doing fucking all right without my fucking input. Why the fuck would I need to get involved? I'm not involved. There is a time I would get involved, the same as there's a time that I would step back in the Katie situation. When they were attacking her child, Tiffany's child, and wanting it to be looked at, then I said, fuck this, and I defended her, and that was the right thing to do. If Katie proved, and I didn't have such a history of her saying things that aren't true, if I even had an inkling that Tiffany or Glen were doing anything like that, I would call it out and say it's fucking shady and you shouldn't go real life. Everybody knows I would. That's what I fell out with Trollope for, because I wouldn't tell lies and I went public. If I don't like something, I will step away from the group and I will call that group out. But I have asked Glen and I have asked Tiffany, and they have both assured me. And the reason I take their word for it is because there's a whole history of you, Katie, telling lies about these things. And you did it to me about a year ago. You made a channel and you were threatening your son. You were threatening to cut your throat and your son's throat and all kinds of really nasty shit. And you were attributing that to me. And you ran with that for months, okay? But what happened was you fucked up. You made a video then, and you were going to screenshot a comment that supposedly was left on this video. Except for you didn't let the video process. So when you took the screenshot and recorded the threat, the video hadn't processed. So it was impossible for there to have been a threat on a video that wasn't processed, because only the uploader would know where that video was. YouTube doesn't advertise videos and put them in the public domain until they finished processing. So when you did the live recording, Katie, you forgot, and it was saying, this video is still processing, come back later. So how could I have made the comment on the video? Obviously, the commenter was the creator of the video. And when you got busted out on that, you deleted the fucking channel. So no, I don't believe you unless you show me proof. But there's another issue I have with your proof. About a week ago, you were blaming Forrest Jameson. Then you were blaming me, Tiffany, and fucking Glenn. And then, so to me, why would I listen to you? Because it doesn't make no sense. You're fucking spraying and praying. You're blaming every cunt. Not everybody can be guilty of it. So that's what my fucking issue with you was. Right. Now I need to address Penny, because this becomes now where it kind of slides into something else. Penny, with your 𝐷𝐠 channel. And then on the channel, you have 𝐷𝐢𝐫, which is Welsh. It's a Welsh street name. You stupid fucking idiot. Number one, 𝐷𝐢𝐫 isn't in Penarth. That's a totally different district. That's as different as, let me think, Yorkshire and Lancashire. Okay? It's as different as that. It's two different councils, it's two different boroughs, it's two different areas, okay? Now, number two, 𝐷𝐢𝐫. I lived in that house in 2011 until 2013. Penny, you are doxing, and I know it's you, Penny. Don't ask how I know, but I know it's you. Not only are you taking those channels, STG Penarth, into that community, so if I wanted to be a cunt and I wanted to fight with people, I could say, you've got people doxing me on your channel. You've got people doxing me in your comments. Now, that would give me cause to kick off with these cunts, because I could say, but you're not deleting it. You're allowing me to be doxed, but you're not doxing me because, number one, 𝐷𝐢𝐫, I lived in 2011 to 2013, I think. Okay, that's number one. That's my old house. That was my first home with my husband. Oh, no, it wasn't. We lived together a year before that in my house, and then my house had to have major work done, major structural work. I then gave up the tenancy, fucked off for 2 years, and then I went back to the original house because it happened to be on the market. I was paying a fucking bomb on that waterfront. That's an old address, love. That's how many years out of date? 2012 to 2024. You're 12 years out of date, you dumb fuck. That's number one. Number two, it's not in Penarth. Penarth is a totally different town. Barry is a Vale. Well, the Vale is a big, huge area, but Penarth is a town. Barry is a town. Cardiff is a city. Llandaff is, I think Llandaff's a city too. No, it's not a city. I can't remember what that is. These are totally different places. Here's the fact. If you lived on the furthest away point of Wales and you wanted to go to the city of Cardiff, it would at most take you 4 hours to get there. This is a tiny place. This is not like America for the Americans. This is tiny. That would be 4 hours to get from anywhere, the longest place in Wales to get to the city. Okay? But equally, if you wanted to get to the beach or the coast, in Wales, because it's so small, you're always within 10, 15 miles of a beach. It's funny. You can either go that way and you're in the city, you go that way and you're on the beach. So, but that channel is only appearance, along with, there's another channel that's been going around. It's the Paul Foreskin Bach channel. Now, that channel is Katie's channel, okay? It formerly doxed his mother's house on it. Paul Foreskin, written funny, it's because he actually hasn't been circumcised. 95% of British males are not circumcised, okay? So Katie came into possession of a picture of Yaxley's penis. And I have the live conversations of her and Penny sharing it because Katie sent me it, saying, look, Penny sent me a picture of Yaxley's penis, and they were discussing it. And they were discussing the foreskin. Now, when I see a penis like that, that's a normal penis to me because I'm British. When I see a penis that is circumcised, think, what the fuck is that? What? It's weird to me. So they're having this big debate about the foreskins. So then Penny makes the Penny has posted this picture to Katie. Now suddenly the picture becomes a cartoon. Who likes to make cartoons of other people? Who's our resident cartoonist? Why, that would be Katie. Katie's turned Yaxley into a cartoon. Roger, are you hinting for your food? Okay, I shall do it now. Hang fire. Lovely boy. Hang on. Let me do some weave too. Happy boy. He's a baking boy. Oh. Sorry. There we go. I'll do your water too while I'm at it. He's a good boy. Go on then, I've turned my back. My dog won't eat if I look at him. He won't start eating till I turn my back on him. How nuts is that? Can't remember what I was on about now. Yes, the cartoons. So suddenly a picture becomes a cartoon. Now this channel has been dormant for a very long time, but it suddenly appeared back into Wyoming's. Now you're not seeing any doxing going on in our channels. You're not seeing anybody posting people's private members. You're not seeing us doing any of that, but that's all happening. And it's all around Wyoming and that group, that community. There's also the channel STG Penarth. Now, I went to school in Penarth. I have very strong ties to Penarth. Equally, I have very strong ties to Barry. But I would have, so years and years ago, remember I'm 60, so I haven't been in school since I left school in 1980. 1978, 1979. So that's my links to Penarth, okay? Other than my parents lived in Dinas Powys, which is a small village between Penarth and Barry, okay? Barry's where my kids grew up and are born and live. Barry is where the house Rother-Swelven is that I lived in 2011, 12, okay? Because you're getting all mixed up here. And my parents are buried in Penarth. There we go. My mum and dad's grave is in Penarth. Their funeral was in Penarth because Dinas Powys is only a village. Penarth is the nearest town. And my Dad had links to Penarth. So that would be my links to Penarth, okay? So you have channels in your community trying to dox me, okay? But Penny, you silly born bitch, that's a very old address, and that address isn't in Penarth. The only thing now in Penarth to do with me is my parents' bones. Oh, and Tony Silver, God bless him, which is the father of my children. He's there. And I'm not one for visiting graves, especially my parents. I did have a period of going up and laying a reef, and then me and my sister talked about it and said, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? So I don't even go there no more. So yeah, the father of my kids is buried there. I have a lot of school friends there. That's about it. I go there even less since I don't bother going to visit my mum and dad's grave. I think it's got to be about 4 years that I haven't really bothered with my mum and dad's grave. In fact, my brother messaged me this Christmas and said, are you going to see mum and dad? And I said, no. What for? And I haven't heard from him since. So this is the thing to me. Where is Penny? I do know where you are. And you want to mind I don't. Get a load of stickers, you know, like the Palestine stickers, boycott Israel. I don't know if you've all seen them. You get a load of stickers, and people like me, we go round and we stick them places, which tells people to boycott Israel. So we get them up as high as we can. I've always got a reel on me, and say I pass a bus stop, I jump about 2 foot in the air, slap it on. Yeah, of course, about within a week it's down, but not before lots of people seen it. I might hit a phone box. I've hit cash dispensers. I slapped a few in the bingo toilets, anywhere and everywhere. The cinema. You mind I don't come to your area and start sticking stickers up with a fucking barcode to go to a load of unlisted videos of you ranting and raving and talking about your husband like a piece of shit, Penny. Because I'm a bit better at this game than you. Think back last year, bullet holes and fucking marching round London. You mind, Penny, that you're not my project, you animal abuser. You mind I don't use that platform to advertise in Britain the fact that you're scamming every cunt with your sickly, poorly rabbits. You be very careful, because I know it's you. And make sure that you can do something. Got it? And don't be fucking finding addresses that I haven't been in for over fucking 12 years, you lunatic. It's more than 12 years. Hang on. When did I marry Kevin? I married Kevin in 2004. No, I didn't. Erin was born in 2004, so I married Kevin in 2002. No, 2001. No, it can't be. Fuck me. Yes! Jesus Christ, this is even worse. No, he wasn't born in 2004, surely. Yes, she fucking was. Listen, you crazy cunt. I haven't lived in that house. I lived in that house 2001 to 2003. You're posting a very old address up, you clown. Even if you had my address to within an inch of where I sat, nobody would give a fuck. Nobody round me gives a fuck that I'm ripping a bunch of freaks on the internet and you arsehole. Nobody. Okay? So you mind, Penny, that I don't make you a little project and show you properly how to fuck with someone in their real life. Okay? So, anyway, where was I? I have another video for you, and then I'm going open panel. Wyoming's biggest mistake, and this is the last time I mention it, she needs to shut the fuck up, or I am going to make her a project, because I'm not going to turn the other cheek for the person to smoke that cheek. She's lying. We weren't interested in her or her family, and we made it very, very plain. We only removed our stream out of reverence to Lycan. Because Lycan said to Glen, and Glen said to me, I'm not going to do it without you thinking what's your fault. And I said, I'd already thought, she'd shut up, so let's shut up. We both came to an agreement. That's the only reason. You can see we laughed at her. And we told her yet again, we're not interested. Fuck off, mind your business. Now, I don't know what the fuck this is. It's just been sent to me. I've got no description. Hang on. We immediately deleted this video after tagging once again Katy teaching her frame jobs. Okay, that's what this has been titled on my behalf. It's not my video. Right, it's okay. Right, let's go.
He texted me and I was like, okay. Got me up and I went and read my comments. I was like, holy crap. Holy crap. I'm not going to continue with these troll harassing people.
You were the one harassing us.
Whole thing. You people are very unhinged. Very.
Yeah, because we went and
spending your time
loads of knives and
doing that stuff to others.
Bullets.
I have a hard time understanding it.
It's just stupid.
Really hard time understanding why somebody does that stuff. And you know, it doesn't matter what somebody did in their past, like years and years ago, and you still want to come after them for that. And I don't know all this.
It wasn't years and years ago. 3 weeks before a stroke alert or a diabetic coma, 3 weeks before, she made the audio to me saying, I don't care, you got lopsided tits because of the cancer. I can't wait till you die. I'm going to celebrate. When you die, I'm going to haunt your family. Do you know the day she had a stroke? She was actually trolling Tiffany Moser. She was on a Tiffany Moser sock account trolling Tiffany when she hit the floor. That was what her last moments on this earth could have been. Her kid was clearly there because she says he saved her life. But Tiffany, Katie's on a channel harassing Tiffany. You can hear her say it in her own words. She says, I was on my Tiffany M channel and the next thing I know, it all went blank. It wasn't months ago. It wasn't. And had Katie have gone away and had a stroke and had some life-changing epiphany, hello, I'm just thought, Worthless Entertainment to stop by to tell us he's announcing I quit, like completely done. Microwave beep, end of story later. I do always enjoy those comments coming from him. They don't come often, but they're always very insightful. What was I about when before he fucking disturbed me? Oh, fuck knows, it probably wasn't important. So.
All this stuff.
Well, yes. Katie only stopped. Katie didn't stop because she had an epiphany. Katie stopped because she felt vulnerable. So she then came to me and had a truce. And I stuck by the truce. But then Katie started shit-stirring and lying to other members of my group, capitalising on a fallout between Yaxley and Trollope. She then took advantage of that and got in Trollope's ear. She convinced Trollope that she had, and me, and all of the public, that she had audio of Yaxley saying he was going to roofie and rape women. Okay? She still hasn't produced that audio. This is not years ago. She then started to make videos about me and accusing me of being raped and of enjoying it. I haven't been raped. She says, I can't remember because I was drugged. Well, how can have I enjoyed it if I was fucking drugged? It makes no sense. These things didn't happen years ago, Wyoming. These things happened very recently, Wyoming. After I was kind to her again, Wyoming.
All I know is what you're doing now. You have the ability to stop doing what you're doing. change your life, get some morals. I don't know how I came upon that video, but it just showed me how mean and cruel people are to each other. And I was just gonna call it out because there was people going in chats that I know being two-faced. And I don't know why I even let that shit bother me, to be truthful. I don't care what happens on Nikki's channel. I don't dislike her. If she wants to take on all that crap, that's her business.
You really do care what goes on her channel because you were going snitching. Nikki, your mods are in Glen's chat. You clearly do care, you fucking idiot.
She'll find out. No offense, Nikki. But there's a lot of crap I don't think you know about. You say you do, but I really don't think you know. And if anything, you should look at my comments in the videos I had up. I took them down. That should tell you right there what those people are, what they do. If you want to be all in that, good for you. I don't. I'm not scared of them. No. You cannot harass me like you think you have other people.
Nope.
It's just not going to happen.
Nope.
For various reasons. One of them is I'm a strong lady. You have no idea how strong I am. Physically and mentally. I've dealt with some stuff in my life. Almost lost my life. And I survived something I should have never survived. That should tell you how strong I am. Y'all can come on here, harass me about birds, rocks, knives, firearms, and that's all you got. All I gotta say.
When anyone was harassing you, not responding to you, harassing you, show where these things happened, because I'm fucking lost. Here we have a Katy sock, Paul Forskin Bach. Now Bach means boy. I see somebody said it means man. It doesn't. It means boy. So this is Paul Foreskin Boy. Okay. Now anyone who didn't know that was a penis, in actual fact, it's a cartoon of Yaxley's penis. Anyone who doesn't know and can't see. So let's see what this Paul Foreskin Bach has to say. Katy is completely innocent in all of this. And if Wyoming wants to stand with her, why are others trying to stop that? She's done absolutely nothing to deserve the cruelty she's been subjected to for years online. Jesus God, hang on. I just got to answer this text. I would moan if nobody texted me, but I moan if people do text me and they won't fuck off. So hang on. So Katy is completely innocent in all of this. All Katy wants is to live her life in peace. She doesn't ask for much, just kindness and the freedom not to be bullied. She needs people who will support her, lift her up and stand by her side, not those who make her life even harder. Katy deserves so much better than this, and anyone who truly knows her knows that.
I gotta say, somewhere down the road, this is just how I feel. You do bad things to people, it's going to catch up with you. I'm not saying at the minute, the second.
Now, Pesky calls it out. I haven't got a lot of time for Pesky. I think she's another strange one, okay? Now, Pesky calls it out and says, 21 likes in a few minutes, pull the other one. Tracy Britton says, Paul Foreskin Bach, Katy, question mark. The girl's obsessed. I would stick her in a room with Marie 21. I have no idea. There's two ladies with far too much time on their hands.
The year, but somewhere on the road, it will catch up with you.
Showtime Lycan says, you're obviously, Katy, you're a relatively new account, and I'm sorry, but Katy starts as much crap out there as anyone else.
Mike, and your death. And I don't wish death on anybody. All or die. And how you
then 𝐿 posts this. Hopefully this reaches its intended target. If you really gave a shit about Wyoming, you would advise her to stay away from your bullshit troll drama you've had for over a decade. Great advice, 𝐿. Why would you want her being attacked by your enemies? She's not a mouthpiece for you people to hide behind. Enough said. At Wyoming, I left you some comments, and I think you really should stay away from those people. Stick to your rocks and knives. That's pretty good from him. So,
how you others is how you're going to be judged. There is a lot of mentally unhinged people in this world. So many. All I can say is everyone has the ability to change their life. So if you're doing something that's messed up, look in the mirror, change it, get some help. I just don't even understand people harassing and bullying somebody so bad, doing real life stuff on people. Shame on you. Shame. Believe me, someday you're going to have to answer to it. I mean, it's evil. Evil never wins. And it might not even be you. It might be somebody you know, somebody you love. Just saying. And this is not a threat. It's just, that's how the world works. I've known for years that Tiffany has been unhinged. And I've known some of the other people that she hangs out with are too. I made a mistake of going over and watching some of them when I had a problem with somebody. And even that was eye-opening.
So you were there interfering and inserting yourself. I got you. Thank you. That's what I was getting at. So you're admitting it. This is what you do, Wyoming.
So the fact that even before I made up with that person, I was done. I'm not going to waste my life with hatred. I have much better things to do with my life. Do that crap. Much better things. I blocked a lot of you off this channel. The haters that come over here and make threats towards you. And boy, there was a lot of threats made towards me.
Don't worry. Show the threats. And show, because you're talking about this in the same time you're talking about us guys, so I'm presuming that you're saying it's us. Show them. The only person who made threats was you weird corpse fondler. With your fucking knives and your guns.
I deleted the videos, but I have all this. And I'll keep them. Like I said, I have no reason to be scared of you physically. I don't. And I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that. I just know myself very well. I could go up in these mountains and live off these mountains.
Go on then.
Really easy. I have all the gear for it. I gotta get much more into that. I've spent my whole life being up on these mountains.
Fucking Rambo.
So you go ahead and make fun of my knives. My knives. Oh god, yeah, my knives. You know, I'm a knife lady. You're damn right I am. You want to make fun of that? You guys realize there's a whole community with knife people? Mini channels.
Ooh.
Mini channels with rocks, birds. Yeah, you come after me about all the stuff that I love to do, but what do you have? What do you have besides trolling and harassing people? That's all you have. That's really pathetic. That's all I'm going to say. Now, for the decent people that come over to my channel, and it could be both channels, this one, but particularly last night and this morning when you left nice comments, and I just want to say I really appreciate you. This is why I stay in this community with my friends on YouTube. Because this tells me you guys do care. And for that, I thank you and I really appreciate you. Really do. And you're right. I don't want to go down that. I don't. Finding that video and trying to call people out for being two-faced was a waste of time. Waste of time.
They weren't being two-faced, were they, though? They just weren't fighting with Tiffany. We often have people in the same chat here who don't get along, and they will ignore each other. They won't even acknowledge each other. I don't even know half the time if they know the other person's in there because they may have blocked each other. Even if I had a fight with someone in my group tomorrow, none of you fuckers would know. Not from my side, you wouldn't. You might if Trollope was involved, because it'd be right up his street for airing his dirty washing. That's not my style. I could have a fallout with one in my group tomorrow, and you would never know, because we would conduct ourselves as if it never happened, because we wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
It won't change. I'm sure because of what I'm saying, it won't change. because people are just determined to be asshats. Yep. Yeah. Actually, woke up this morning to my boyfriend texting the living shit out of me, worried about me and my nephew because I slept in. Yeah, worried. Something happened to me because of all what you crazy people wrote in the comments.
They weren't, the people who were contacting you weren't worried about you because of us. They were telling you that we've told you before, please stop doing this. We've asked you to stop doing this. I'll get hold of it now. I'm going to be throwing open panel any minute. I just know Glen has done a deal. So
my boyfriend's like, well, I know that if they broke into your place, they have hell to play. Okay, yeah, they would. But no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Even mentally, I'm fine because I don't let people get to me. And why people that are control and harass.
There. Why are you feeling the need to show a knife there? What subliminal message are we all meant to get?
Getting trolled and harass. I like you, and I still will. My advice is don't even mention these people.
Well, fuck off then.
Be done with them. Don't bring them up again. People that are getting trolled and harass. I like you, and I still.
Must have been
what you crazy people wrote in the comments. Yeah, my boyfriend's like, well, I know that if they broke into your place, they have hell to pay. Yeah, they would. But no, I'm fine.
I'm in Wales. Glen's in Canada. What are you talking about if they broke into your place? If we broke into your place, I wouldn't mind betting you got fucking bodies propped up in fucking rocking chairs that have been dead for 30 years, and every now and again you go down the village and cash their pensions and things. There'd be corpses all over the place. What the fuck? Your boyfriend told you, stop doing this. Me and your family have asked you. That tells me that you've got a history of this. Fuck off.
I'm fine. I'm fine because I don't let people get to me.
There's your knife. There it was. There she is. Look. That. And you're saying we're threatening you.
People get to me.
There we go. You freak.
And for you people that are getting trolled and harassed, I like you, and I still will. My advice is don't even mention these people. Don't.
Well, stop it.
Bring them up again. They're not worth you getting upset about. And I know it's hard. I can understand that because I don't know where you've been and what they've all done. But you survived something too, and you should be proud of that. And I am proud of you for that. I'm not going to say names, but know this. These are way better than the treatment you have gotten from trolls.
I haven't
haters. You do.
I haven't spoken to anybody. I
don't let these people raid you.
Think so. They're fishing you.
Because they're not dog shit on the bottom of somebody's shoe.
I'm in the middle of a live stream.
They aren't.
As soon as we stopped speaking, so they've just played you.
Just block them all on the phone or whatever you got to do, so you don't have to see these people. And I know there's probably places to chat you like to hang out, but block all these people. And maybe not hang out there. If the creator can't see this for themselves, then are they really worth going into a chat for? Because they should have got rid of those people a long time ago. Yeah. All right. The last thing I put up about, and I've said this too many times, I'm not doing this anymore. But I'm not. This definitely was like right in my face on me. Hey, you don't want to be involved with these crazy ass people. You don't want nothing. And my good friends that came over to warn me. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate that. Really do. And you're totally right. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do with this channel. I don't know. I might delete all the content off of it. And I will do nothing with it. I'm going to think about this for a long time before I put anything else up here. I'm sticking to my main channel. I'm staying with positive things. I'm not going to get down by negativity and I don't even want to say the word. I'll just say asshat people. Yeah. All right. It's a beautiful day and I got things to do. So I got to get. This is just me saying thank you to the good people and you other people. I don't want nothing to do with you. Unsubscribe. Go away. All right, everybody. Have an awesome day. Be kind. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, walk away from it all.
Peace.
Bye.
No, I'm speaking to the Americans and maybe some British people and definitely a Canadian people. Spoken. So don't let them slip you up. I'm now going to ignore you and go back to what I'm doing. Stop blowing my phone up, please. In fact, I'm going into flight mode. How's that? You'll have to find another way. If you text me if it's urgent, I'm going to knock the data off. Fuck me. Right, so you're lying, Wyoming. It was you threatening us. In 2 of your videos, you tried to show your weaponry. It's pathetic. You then, when you pulled your videos, you said in your post to Nikki, you said, I pulled them down because they were threatening me. No, you pulled them down because you'd embarrassed yourself to such an extent that your boyfriend, who, don't get me started on that, but your boyfriend said, Sheila, I'm calling you right now. Pick up your phone. And told you to cut it out, that he's had experiences of you doing this before. And he'd had enough of it and he wanted you to stop it. You offered Glenn several times photographs of both your family, of your yourself, offering him, and he said, I'm a married man. I'm not interested, crazy lady. Go and play with your guns or your bullets or whatever. Tiffany, I just messaged you in the chat. I'll grab that now. Glenn, you should have got one as well. I don't, yes. So she's lying. She's making out that she was defending herself, that she was under threat. She removed the things twofold. One, because she was lying to Nikki, and what she was saying happened never happened. Number two, she was making threats to me and Glenn. She was showing her artillery, making threats, to the point where her boyfriend, I only know it's her boyfriend because she said, Sheila, answer your phone. I've had enough. I'm going to keep calling you. Stop this. There was much more comments off him than that, but, you know, I'm not going to, the guy, I don't know the guy, I'm not going to embarrass him, but he was literally begging her to answer the phone and to stop this nonsense. I want to see your rock collection right now. Show it. Right, here's the link. If anybody wants to hop on, I've thrown it out in Telegram. I've thrown it out here. You're welcome too, Katie. Well, you only got one. Yaxley's got a pocket full. He throws them at the president's plane. He's such a good shot that he's capable of bringing down. Do they call that plane Air Force One? What, 5 rocks, Tiffany, or 5 minutes? I'll presume it's 5 minutes and not 5 rocks. You'll have to go to Dr. D for that. He got a rock collection. Yeah, Yaxley's got a rock collection. He uses them to throw them at high-profile planes. His favourite one to try and hit is the Air Force. Hello, Glenn.
Hello.
You all right?
You're gonna get us all shot, man.
Or stabbed up.
I'm getting a restraining order now. That's it. I'm going legal. This is craziness.
Jesus God. Jeez, listen.
I'm locking all the windows and the doors. I got the blinds all turned down, everything. I'm fucking scared up in this bitch.
Jesus God. Listen, she said she can go off and live up the woods. She's like Rambo. She's next level, man. We got to get the fuck out of here, Glenn.
Serious,
You,
man. We got to get a bunker.
you
We got to
promised me.
get a bunker.
You promised me that it would all be okay and that you had it all
Well,
under
I thought it
control.
was. I thought we were dealing with people like fucking Katie and Penny and stuff. I didn't see this one coming. She just came from nowhere, man.
Yeah,
Son
well,
of a bang, son of a boom. She was firing
she,
from the gun tower. I didn't know.
what you mean is she came down out of the woods because she must have been up the woods when it all started and she came down like Rambo does to deal with us.
Fucking crazy people. Where do we find these people from? Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Fucking
Fucking
Tiffany. I
Tiffany.
tell you, man, that girl, she's nothing but flipping trouble.
I actually do hold her responsible for half of the nutcase.
Everybody.
No, I won't go that
Everybody.
far.
I
Well,
wouldn't know none of these people if it wasn't for Tiffany.
Well, I'm very glad I met 𝐲𝐸𝐫 because of Tiffany, because 𝐲𝐸𝐫, who we've had a good old chat with, he's right up to date. 𝐲𝐸𝐫 is the only one who's conducted himself, not the only one, but the only one out of everyone being called out who's conducted himself impeccably, not sharing any messages, shot off, had a few months out, haven't said nothing to no fucker that won't be left
I agree.
alone.
There was many messages before that me and 𝐲𝐸𝐫 shared before he left YouTube
Yeah.
for a while, and none of my
So-
messages ever showed up nowhere. So I know that much.
Yeah, definitely.
Except for the one with TT6, we're very dangerous people, and we love
Yeah.
that. We marketed it off that.
You are very dangerous people.
Well, not really, not according to Katie. She only gave me a 7 on a scale from 1 to 10. What the fuck? She's just fucking with my emotions, right? You know, I know that.
You know you're at least a 9.5. Come on.
Well, the Wyoming must be fucking 14.